Powered by Riverside FM.
If the world was ending, I'd want to be next to you. Over the last year, I've heard those lines from Die With a Smile by Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga, sung by many, many people, and jarringly, that's included children, given the nature of the lyrics. This song has also been used by The Economist to illustrate the results of its recent data study, looking at the tone and mood of lyrics over time. Using the results of this study, it claims that the lyrics from popular songs have become darker and more downbeat, particularly in the last decade, and it hypothesizes that this reflects the malaise of the current era. I haven't reviewed the study itself, but I can only imagine it's incredibly subjective. Consider the lyrics from Die With a Smile. You can interpret them in a number of ways. Yes, there are references to death and the end of the world, but is it really downbeat? Or is it actually a gothic romance, articulating that love would supersede the end of the world? In which case, the song is meant to be less depressing and more of a love song. With this lens in mind, I'm not sure that I agree with The Economist. Based purely on my own experience and listening, lyrics have always reflected a range of moods, including negative emotions. As such, The Economist's attempt to illustrate an alleged trend with an ambiguous song about romance seems inappropriate. But let's build on what they've done and entertain ourselves by taking a look at some jet black lyrics, those with no redeeming features. I'm going to start with one which has the greatest similarity to Die With a Smile. It's from the Smiths and There Is a Light That Never Goes Out. And if a double-decker bus crashes into us, to die by your side is such a heavenly way to die. And if a 10-ton truck kills the both of us, to die by your side, the pleasure, the privilege is mine. But wait, this doesn't really fit the bill. Just like Die With a Smile, it's got the redeeming feature of dark romance. For it to be truly black, it needs to be more heart-wrenching. Perhaps something like this. You tell me you don't love me over a cup of coffee. That's from Cup of Coffee by Garbage. It still covers love, but it's a brutal ending of a relationship over something as mundane as a cuppa. Let's leave romance behind now and look at some lyrics covering other negative emotions. Starting off with hate. I am drowning, there is no sign of land. You are coming down with me, hand in unlovable hand. That's from the Mountain Goats song, No Children. To be honest, that's a song with a set of lyrics so filled with hate for the other person, I could have picked pretty much any, but these particular lines are also coupled with some fatalism. Moving away from relationships now, next up we have personal tragedy. At 14, her mother died in a routine operation from an allergic reaction to a general anesthetic. Spent the rest of her teens experimenting with prescriptions in a futile attempt to know more than the doctors. That was from Los Campesinos and The Sea is a Beautiful Place to Think of the Future, which, despite having gut-wrenchingly sad lyrics throughout, is actually a banger of a song. Next up, two more introspective sets of lyrics covering internal bleakness. First, a lack of religious fulfillment.
Just looking for a protector. God never reached out in time. That's the love that is a savior, but that ain't no love of mine.
Just looking for a protector. God never reached out in time. There's love that is a saviour, but that ain't no love of mine. That's from Silk by Wharf Alice. And now, more mental anguish.
I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real.
I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. That's from Hurt by Nine Inch Nails, best known for its cover by Johnny Cash, the version that you heard there. And whilst the song is predominantly about drug use, its lyrics capture mental anguish in general. And finally, to close out, there's only really one place to finish, and that's with the opening monologue from Godspeed's Dead Black Blues, a track full of striking apocalyptic imagery. It's too long to play the full original version here, and would probably enter into copyright issues, so you're just going to get my version of reading it out, but these are lyrics at the bleakest. The car's on fire, and there's no driver at the wheel, and the sewers are all muddied with 1,000 lonely suicides, and a dark wind blows. The government is corrupt, and we're on so many drugs with the radio on and the curtains drawn. We're trapped in the belly of this horrible machine, and the machine is bleeding to death. The sun has fallen down, and the billboards are all leering, and the flags are all dead at the top of their poles. It went like this. The buildings toppled in on themselves. Mothers clutching babies picked through the rubble and pulled out their hair. The skyline was beautiful on fire, all twisted metal stretching upwards. Everything washed in a thin orange haze. I said, "Kiss me, you're beautiful. These are truly the last days." You grabbed my hand, and we fell into it, like a daydream or a fever. We woke up one morning and fell a little further down. For sure it's the valley of death. I open up my wallet, and it's full of blood.